nervous and makes me scared. I feel so good if I just say the word. Studio. Just say the word. Studio. Just say the word. Just say the word. Just say the word. Studio. Just say the word. My love has gone with some other man. Never saw the tears in my eyes. She held our world in her hand. She left through my finger and blew away like dust. No matter how hard I tried, kept it tight as I could. Could have made more money, could have taken more time. These are the things I think about when I'm left with my mind. And my friends say I gotta face it, to let go, but I can't. Now she has a baby, she has a life. I had her heart, now someone else's wife. Could have made more money, could have taken more time. These are the things I think about when I'm left with my night. And my friends say I gotta face it, to let go, but I can't. Now she has a baby.
Well, just to prove you do. Good evening. May I have your attention, please? Thank you so much. All right, good evening. Welcome to the Cleveland Metropolitan School District's MC2STEM's high school commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. Before we begin, I'm going to ask that you clear the aisle for our graduates' processional, please. I'm going to ask you to clear the aisles. Our graduates will be coming down both aisles. Thank you so much. I'm going to also ask that you please turn off or silence your cell phones. The processional will now begin. Welcome, board members, the CEO, Dr. Morgan, the CAO, Dr. Florence, fellow podium guests, principals, administrators, families, friends, and supporters to the MC2STEM 2026 commencement. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. All right, at this time, I would like to invite to the podium the Chief Executive Officer of Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Dr. Warren Morgan.
All right, good evening, everyone. All right, you guys got to do better than that. There's a celebration. Good evening. All right, yes. Let's give our MC2STEM class of 2026 another round of applause. I know how much many of you have been waiting for this. Many of the parents out here, you guys have been praying for this moment. So it's truly a celebration. Now, graduates, I want you to give your village, your teachers, your parents, everyone who's here supporting you, I want you to give them a round of applause, because without them, you would not be here. All right. Well, we're going to get right into it. You will see me leave in between the ceremony. I'm actually going to all of the high school graduations this year, so I'm heading to another one. This is my third one of the night, but even though it'll be very busy to get through 28 graduations over the next 2 weeks, I couldn't think of a better thing I would want to do than celebrate our class of 2026. So MC2STEM class of 2026, today we gather to celebrate you. Your hard work, your perseverance, and your growth have brought you to this moment. This is more than a ceremony, it is a milestone. It is a recognition of everything you have achieved and everything that lies ahead. I'm deeply honored to stand before you, not only as the CEO of Cleveland Metropolitan School District, but as someone who has witnessed the strength, determination, and brilliance that define this class. Today we celebrate your success, but we also recognize that this year carries a deeper meaning for our district. This has been a year of significant change. Across Cleveland, we have made important and sometimes difficult decisions to reimagine and strengthen our schools for the future. And for some of our high schools, this being one of them, this graduation marks the final time that students from MC2STEM will graduate from this high school. And these buildings have had many years of legacy. I'm looking out, I see some alum who have come back, some who have just recently graduated. So just know that there's memories, traditions, and community pride that come along with this. And for those graduates, family, and alumni, this is both a celebration, but it's also a farewell. So to those students graduating today from MC2STEM, I know that your building will close at the end of this year, but the legacy will not end today. The spirit, the history, the impact of this school lives on through you. You carry those traditions forward. You represent everything that this school has stood for and everything it has contributed to this city. Change can be difficult. It can bring uncertainty, emotion, and even loss. But it can also create opportunity. Opportunity to reimagine, to rebuild, and to ensure that future generations of students have access to stronger, more sustainable pathways to success. In class of 2026, you have lived that reality. You have demonstrated resilience in the face of change. You have shown us what it means to adapt and to persevere and to move forward with purpose. And for that, I commend you. Now, each of you stand on the edge of your next chapter. And speaking of the next chapter, let's look at what the class of 2026 for MC2STEM has accomplished and what they have lying ahead. So, graduates, if I read something and it pertains to you, I want you to stand. So if you're in this class and you are going to college, a university, or a trade school after high school, please stand. You may be seated. That's the majority of this class. Very proud. Now, if you're in this class and you are a Say Yes scholar and you have one of these blue cords, please stand. All right, so Say Yes scholars, stay standing. If you are in this class and you received any scholarship, please join the Say Yes scholars in standing. All right, you may be seated. If you're in this class and you're entering into the military or armed forces after high school, please stand. All right, you may be seated. And any of our members of this class that are entering into the workforce after high school, please stand. You may be seated. So families and friends, you can see that the future is bright and full of potential. Class of 2026, as you enter the next phase of your journey, I want you to know that life is not always easy. There are times you will face challenges and direct criticism. But no matter how hard things are, remember to remain humble, give grace, work hard, and stay focused on your goals. With this resilience, there's no obstacle that you can't accomplish. I shared with you all earlier that this year has been a hard year for CMSD, but it's been a hard year personally for me as the CEO. But no matter how hard things got, and even times when I faced personal attacks, I had to remember what I just shared with each of you, to stay humble, to give grace, work hard, and stay determined. And those lessons is what carried me through the hard times. So I want to leave you with a poem. Each year I leave a poem with the graduating class, and the poem for the class of 2026 is very fitting for the class of 2026, and it's called See It Through by Edgar Guest. When you're up against trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders, plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you also may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim. Don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when troubles you're beset. But remember, you're facing just what others humans have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up, whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. Remember to see it through. Class of 2026, you are part of CMSD history, a class that will forever be known for its resilience and legacy. So go forward with confidence, embrace the unknown, take risks, learn continuously, lead with purpose, and most importantly, believe in yourself. Know that I believe in you, and I'm so proud of you, and I know your whole village is proud of you. And we are so proud of this legacy of the MC2STEM class of 2026. Let's give them another round of applause. Right now, I would like to invite my colleague up to the stage, Dr. Anthony Brown.
Thank you, Dr. Morgan. Again, like Dr. Morgan, I have to leave with him to our next school assignment, but I want to take a moment to acknowledge all of our graduates from this illustrious school, MC2STEM High School. So any graduates who are in the room, if you could please stand so we can acknowledge who you are in the room today. Alumni. There we go. Yes. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for being some of the trailblazers for this great institution. We wanted to just share with you all a moment as we continue with the program and as the students have been working on this legacy. Before we get later on, you'll hear all about the legacy tassel and some other things. As a part of Building Brighter Futures transition process, the class of 2026, alongside faculty, staff, alumni, community members, have helped create a legacy time capsule, much like the one that's here. This is just a prototype, to honor the innovation, curiosity, and impact of MC2STEM High School. Inside this time capsule are reflections, photos, memorabilia, and artifacts representing the experiences and discoveries that have helped define this school community. Now, MC2STEM High School was a pioneering school where curiosity became innovation and scholars built the future. The next launch begins. Now, following tonight's ceremony, the time capsule, we still got some time to our scholars on the stage or any alumni or family or community members if you want to add value. The time capsule will be preserved here at the Arnold R. Pinckney East Professional Center until the year 2046, when this class returns for their 20th class reunion, to have the opportunity to reunite and revisit the legacy they leave behind tonight. So even though this chapter closes, The spirit and innovation of MC2 High School will continue through every life connected to its story. Again, congratulations, class of 2026, and thank you.
I would like to now invite to the podium our head of school, Mr. Paul Feely.
Good evening, everyone. We are here tonight to celebrate the graduation of the extraordinary class of 2026. But we do not just gather to celebrate graduation, we also graduate to mark history. You are the final class to walk across this stage as MC2STEM high school students. For 18 years since our doors opened in 2008, through a bold partnership between the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Great Lakes Science Center, and visionary industry and higher education partners, this school has stood as a beacon of what's possible when we reimagine education. We chose to make the city our classroom. 9th grade at the Great Lakes Science Center, 10th grade at Cuyahoga Community College, Tri-C, and 11th and 12th grade at Cleveland State University. We turned the traditional high school model on its head because you deserved more than 4 walls and a textbook. You deserved the real world and all of its challenges, and you rose to meet them. Looking back at your journeys, you didn't just sit in desk. You built, tested, iterated, and solved problems that mattered. You tackled quarterly interdisciplinary projects that blended science, technology, engineering, math, humanities, and the arts. You stood shoulder to shoulder with industry mentors who treated you like the young professionals you already were. You designed sound booths, programmed robots, engineered sustainable energy solutions, and presented capstones that demonstrated not only technical skill, but real creativity and grit. At the heart of everything we did was design thinking, that human-centered, iterative process that has designed MC2STEM from day one. You learned to empathize with real people and real challenges, to clearly define problems, to ideate wildly creative solutions to those problems, to prototype quickly, to test relentlessly, and to refine without fear of failure. That process wasn't an add-on. It was the DNA of your education. It's why Ohio recognized us with STEM designation and is the model of what urban STEM should be, because we delivered a rigorous, transdisciplinary, hands-on STEM education that prepared you not just to know science and math, but to do science and math in ways that change lives and communities. Your experiences here were anything but ordinary. You navigated 3 different campuses, adapted to new environments every year, collaborated across differences, and learned that the most powerful innovations came from diverse teams working together. In a district and a city that has faced real challenges, you prove that excellence thrives when we invest in students who are ready to rise. Your near perfect graduation rate, your college acceptances, your scholarships, your internships, and your readiness for the world, these are not accidents. They're the direct result of the design thinking, project-based learning, and STEM excellence that have been your hallmark. Class of 2026, as you step into the next chapter, whether that's college, the workforce, military service, you carry something powerful with you. You carry the MC2STEM toolkit. To those heading to college, use your design thinking mindset to tackle complex problems in research labs, engineering programs, or business classes. When a project feels overwhelming, you already know how to break it down, empathize with your team, prototype solutions, and iterate until it works. You will stand out because you don't just study, you innovate. To those entering the workforce, employers are desperate for people who can solve real problems, adapt quickly, and collaborate across disciplines. Whether you're in advanced manufacturing, healthcare technology, environmental science, or any field, Your ability to prototype, test, and refine will make you indispensable. Cleveland and the world need exactly the kind of creative, resilient problem solvers you have all become. To those entering the military, your training here mirrors the best of military leadership: strategic thinking under pressure, clear communication, teamwork in high-stakes environments, and the discipline to test ideas and improve them. Design thinking will help you analyze missions, support your fellow service members, and innovate solutions when plans change. You are already leaders who understand that the best outcomes come from empathy, preparation, and relentless improvement. No matter your path, remember this: the world doesn't need more people who can memorize facts. It needs more people who can design and build better, brighter futures. You are those people. At MC2STEM, as MC2STEM transitions and our students join East Technical High School next year, the legacy does not end, it expands. The STEM programming, the project-based spirit, the design thinking foundation you helped build will continue and reach even more Cleveland students. You are the proof of concept. Your success is our blueprint. Carry the name, the values, and the fight for excellence with pride. Class of 2026, I am incredibly proud of each of you. You've made this school better, you've made this city better, and now you will make the future better. So go forward with courage, curiosity, and confidence. Empathize deeply, define boldly, ideate wildly, prototype fearlessly, test relentlessly, and never stop designing a world that works better for everyone. Thank you.
At this time, I want to invite to the podium the senior class president, Jada Smith-Dark, for her address.
Thank you. Good evening, family, friends, administrators, teachers, and the graduating class of 2026. My name is Jada Smith-Dark, and I am standing here tonight as your senior class president, an honor that I will always carry with me. High school wasn't just about tests, homework, and group projects. High school for us was about building bonds, watching Rob and Miss AJ go at it during class, hearing Mackenzie's laugh from across the building, and going into Miss Jordan's office for absolutely no reason. It's little moments like that that we didn't realize would turn into memories we would carry for the rest of our lives. This class has been through a lot together, and we have experienced the pressure of creating capstone projects while also trying to get a passing grade in Mr. Dutton's class. A lot of us have been through many setbacks, and with that comes the feeling of uncertainty. I'm here today to tell you that we did it. Despite all the odds put against us, we have risen and conquered and, hold on. While there is no real finish line in learning, we will cross this path with knowledge that we will continue to carry with us. On behalf of the graduating class of 2026, we would like to thank Ms. Jordan, Ms. Kay, Ms. AJ, Ms. Henderson, Ms. Wong, Mr. White, and Mr. Wentz. They have seen sides of us that we didn't even know existed, both academically and personally. To us, they aren't just teachers or administrators. They're adults that we could confide in while also having a laugh with. They have worked so hard since day one to ensure we are on this stage today. We thank you so much for your dedication to the students of MC2STEM. There is a name that I intentionally did not mention, Ms. Powell. As some of you may or may not know, Ms. Powell was our computer science teacher during our freshman and sophomore years. While still being a teacher, mother, wife, and friend, she took on the role of being our senior advisor. One day she said to us, quote, "I followed y'all to Tri-C because I just love y'all so much," end quote. And I have carried that with me through the hallways of MC2STEM. And today, before you on this podium, I would like to say Ms. Powell isn't your average teacher. She lights up any room she walks into. She checks in on you and notices if your mood is slightly off. She is the type of person that you could bond with after one conversation. Ms. Powell, thank you so much for your hard work behind the scenes and in public. You have poured so much wisdom, knowledge, and love to us at STEM. It is only right that we do the same for you by honoring you here today. Come over here. On behalf of the class of 2026, thank you for everything. May your garden continue to flourish and your light continue to shine. We love you dearly. To my classmates, 4 years ago, we walked into MC2STEM not knowing who our real friends will become, where our classroom will be, or who we will be walking out those doors for the last time. These past 4 years have been something special. I am grateful for every interaction I've had with you all, be it good or bad. Today, we are walking out together as graduates, wiser, resilient, victorious young adults with a hunger for what is next to come. As we close this chapter in our lives, I pray that God continues to navigate us on this journey through life. I pray that you all achieve your goals and aspirations. I cannot end this speech without first giving thanks to God. Without him, none of this would be possible. He has been my strength through it all. To my parents, thank you for the late night talks, the push to strive to be better, the words of encouragement, and for helping me up time and time again. Oh, shit. You are there for me, and I am forever thankful. To my family, friends, and teachers, I would not be standing here before you today without your crucial role in my life and to shape me to the person I am today. Thank you. To my younger self, any doubt, fear, or anxiety you may have felt about the future, we have overcome. I say to myself, this is only the beginning of better things to come. I remember to look back at all the things I've been through, and I know that I have prospered. Thank you.
Thank you, Jada. I would like to welcome next to the podium the valedictorian, Eliana Gorman.
Hello, I am Eliana Gorman, and I am the valedictorian. Oh, thank you. Hello, I am Eliana Gorman, and I am the valedictorian of the 2026 and final class of MC2STEM. There's a special weight that comes with this speech. Not only is it a farewell message for our class, but it is also the farewell message for the school as a whole. I think about the first day of class when we had the capstone competition. We had to get into groups and build the tallest freestanding tower of balloons. This was a way for us to come together as a class and work on a project before we had even started the first day. It's been a long road to get here today, and it didn't start freshman year. The road started differently for everyone. For me, this road began in 3rd grade, when my oldest sister started taking college classes. Around the same time, my grandparents and I wandered into a high school while exploring the Science Center. It was reignited later when my dad took us to an open event at CSU, hosted by MC2STEM, where they laser cut Mother's Day cards. Then, in 8th grade, I saw robotics team 8140 at the STEM Goes Red for Girls fair at a team hosted by 8140. Sorry. When I walked through the school during freshman orientation, I saw what could be. 4 years of high school, 3 years of college, many college tours, volunteer opportunities, clubs, internships, and teams later, I am a 4.13 valedictorian and going to Kent State University in the fall. I'd like to look at today as not the end of a road, but a stop on the way. Everyone had to stop at a different point, and some people had to turn back early or take some side streets. The people on the stage with me today stop and take a lot of pictures. Pictures both physical and mental. Make sure that you remember today. People feel different emotions when walking across the stage. There is joy in what to come, but sadness in the people we won't see again and the memories that we'll forget. I want to give the message to remember the good, even if it's just a mental picture. For one of the last times, go Maniacs, and have a good road to life.
Thank you, Eliana. I would now like to invite to the podium Kyle Williams. He will introduce the keynote speaker and read the bio.
David Boone Jr. is an entrepreneur, technology leader, and proud graduate of MC2STEM High School. As a member of the MC2STEM community, he built a strong foundation through innovation, leadership, and problem solving that helped launch his academic and professional journey. He went on to attend Harvard College, where he co-founded and led the Harvard Undergraduate Robotics Club and was actively involved in the Harvard Black Student Association. During his time at Harvard, he earned national recognition and distinguished himself as a leader among his peers. A recognized high achiever, he has received prestigious honors such as the Gates Millennium Scholarship and the Ron Brown Scholarship, and was named one of Business Insider's most impressive Harvard students in 2014. Today, David works at Ordermatic, focusing on transforming and improving systems within industrial distribution. Beyond his professional work, Boone is committed to the community impact and serves on the board of directors for Connect, supporting efforts to improve outcomes for children in foster care. Through his work and service, Boone demonstrates a strong dedication to innovation, leadership, and making a positive difference in his community. As a former MC2STEM student, he returns to inspire the next generation of graduates with his passion for excellence, service, impact. Please welcome to the podium, Mr. David Boone.
Wow. Hey, everybody. Good evening. Before I say anything else, I want to acknowledge what's in this room tonight. Because while we're here to celebrate, and trust me, we will, I'd be doing you all a disservice if I pretended this was just any other graduation. This is the last one. After tonight, MC2STEM, as we know it, doesn't continue. The building closes, the program merges, the certification that we helped make and that made this place special may not survive this transition. And it's not just here, it's across this district. 18 buildings, 39 schools, nearly 4,000 students, amongst various teachers, counselors, and professionals. People who have given their lives to the children of Cleveland are being told that their work here is done. Some of you in this room have other children going through that uncertainty right now. Some of you are those educators. Some of you helped build this place. So before we talk about the future, I just wanted to sit in that for a second, because it's real, and it's hard, and pretending otherwise would dishonor everything that all of you have poured into this place. And yet, look around. You are here. Your kids are here in caps and gowns, about to walk across this stage. Yeah. That's right. Let's go. Go Maniacs. And none of it is by accident. Let me tell you something most people don't know about MC Squared STEM. In the first 4 years, the years that built this school, there was a stretch where 70% of our staff was substitute. The teachers were substitutes. And this was all because of a decision. One from outside of the building felt like our place was set up to fail before it had a chance to succeed. But here's what you need to know. It didn't fail. The educators who stayed dug in. The ones who came fought for these kids. They fought like they were their own, even the counselors, one of which I'm looking at right now, who's been here from the very beginning. Thank you. They refused to let the circumstances define what was possible for us. And somehow out of that, this place became the kind of school where a homeless kid from the east side of Cleveland could walk through these doors, and end up at Harvard. That's not a miracle. It's not. That's the work. That's the work from the people in this room. So when I look at the graduates tonight, I don't see students who have just finished high school. I see proof. Proof that what was built here was real. Proof that the model worked. Proof that none of the headwinds, not the substitutes, not the budgets, not the closures, could undo what this community made together. You all are the celebration. Now, I've said a little bit about myself. I'll tell you a little bit more. When I graduated from this high school, I was the first graduating class of 2012. I sat where your children are sitting, but just a few years before that, I wasn't sure I'd make it to any graduation. I was 14, a C student, and the summer of my 8th grade year, right before high school, my house was destroyed by gangs. And for a long stretch, I didn't have a place to sleep. I bounced from couch to couch. Some nights I slept in parks with my backpack as my pillow. I was a kid with no home in a city where the easiest path was the wrong one. And then I walked into this school. I'd never heard the word engineer before. Nobody in my life was an engineer or knew what an engineer did. But somebody at MC2STEM looked at me, a homeless kid, and said, I belonged. They said, come in. They said, we'll figure this out. That's what this place does. That's what it's always done. It's because of those same people that I applied to 23 colleges and got into 22. It's because of those same people that I got into Harvard, Yale, Princeton, Brown, Penn, and I got to choose Harvard. I got to live in places like Seattle, Spain, New York. I've started companies, raised millions of dollars, shut down companies, learned more from failures than wins. And even through all of that, I'm still building yet again. And none of it happens without what was built in this room. So here's my message to the graduates. You are the last class to walk out of MC2STEM. And I know some people might frame that as an ending. I want you to hear me when I say it's not. Because it is here. It is not the certification. It isn't even the diploma you're about to receive. It is what you learned in this place. It is what this place taught you and how you learned to think. You learned the model. You lived it. Master your own path, maniacs. Know that, and you know that what that means more than anyone else in the world. It means that when the world tells you something is impossible, you don't accept it as final word. You look at it and you say, no, that's not impossible. It's incomplete. For us, that was a grade that let us keep trying. But for the rest of your life, it's the grade that means keep going. Try again. Approach it differently. Mastery is coming. A home destroyed by gang violence? Incomplete. A kid with no permanent address applying to Harvard? Incomplete. A school being closed by a district decision? Incomplete. Because what was built here isn't bound by any building. It walked out these doors with every graduating class before you. And it's walking out of this door with you. The maniacs don't believe in impossible, only incomplete. And tonight, you are the proof. So I'll leave everyone with this, a charge. Before I sit down, graduates, I want you to know one more thing. I just told you that almost everything ahead of you is incomplete. Mastery still to come, problems still to solve, versions of yourself you haven't met yet, but there is one thing that is complete tonight, and I need you to understand what it is because it's so, so important. And you'll never quite get it back. Look around this room one more time. The people here, your teachers, your counselors, your principals, your families, the classmates sitting next to you, your relationships with them, those are complete. Not finished, complete. The building can close, the program can merge, the certification can change. None of that touches what you have in the people in this room. At 32 years old, oof, I'm getting up there, y'all. I've lived in major cities. I've been to 3 continents. I've built companies. I've done a lot of things. And the thing that I remember most about my time here is all of the people. So text the teacher you saw that saw something in you before you saw it in yourself. Call the counselor who pulled you into her office when no one else noticed. Show up for the classmate who's about to become your lifelong friend, even if neither of you knows it yet. Because the world ahead of you is wide, and a lot, and I do mean a lot of it, is incomplete. But what you have right here, right now, that's complete, and that's yours forever. So, to the educators in this room, the ones who built this place and the ones who held it together when no one was sure it would last, thank you from me, from every graduate before tonight, and from every graduate sitting in front of you right now. What you built isn't closing tonight, it's walking out the door. Class of 2026, the final class of MC2STEM. Congratulations. It's time to master your path. Go Maniacs.
Thank you, Mr. Boone. Will Principal Feely and the Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Florence, please come to the podium for the certification and acceptance of the MC2STEM class.
Before we move on to the certification, if you are an educator on stage or in the crowd, please stand to be recognized for all of the hard work you've done supporting our students and educating a future generation. We are pleased to share that as students pick up their diplomas, graduates will also receive a certificate from CMSD to pick up a free laptop from PCs for People to take with them into their digital journey beyond high school. In addition, we have another surprise for our graduates today. CMSD has had a lot of successful alumni in its history. One of those is Mark Stepaway, who graduated from Rhodes High School in 1978. He founded his own business and is now the largest private owner of Roto-Rooter franchises in the United States. His journey from a CMSD student to a national business leader demonstrates the impact of opportunity, education, and perseverance. Now, Mr. Stepaway wants to give back to CMSD students of today. He is giving $500 to every single CMSD graduate this year to use how they see fit. Let's all thank Mr. Stepaway for his amazing generosity.
Mr. Feely, class advisor Angela Powell, and faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study prescribed by the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Ohio Department of Education?
I do. Certify,
Sorry.
we certify that all students on this stage today have met all the educational requirements of the state of Ohio and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District.
And have passed all of the required parts of the Ohio graduation and Ohio state tests. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Then, on behalf of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District Board of Education, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, members of the MC2STEM 2026 graduating class, your high school diplomas, along with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. On behalf of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Mayor Justin Bibb, and the CEO, Dr. Warren Morgan II, I wish to congratulate these young women and men of the MC2STEM graduating class of 2026, their parents and families.
At this time, I'm going to ask the first row to stand, please. First row. First row. Eliana Gorman. Eliana Gorman. Anthony Sultan Monroe, Jr. Michael Allen McAlpine, Jr. Elijah Osiris Crenshaw. Lauren D'Angelo. Starbella Heaven Wilson. Chloe J. Murray Gant. Christopher E. Goldsby. Colin Nicholson. Win. Brandon Allen Booker. These are our top 10 students. Demarian Tremont Blair. Is that better? James William Brown. James William Brown. Winter Geraldine Clark. Mackenzie Michelle Clay. Andrena Michelle Cologne. Damian G. Costner. Zaire DeBase. Elijah Deroy Ellis. Michael Emil Fari. I'm sorry, Xavier D. Farmer. Michael Emil Fari. Anaya Gnomsky. Raja Leyland Gordon. Elena Mackenzie Henry. Cheyenne E. Jones. Anthony Cordell Littlejohn. Aubrey Morgan McLean. Tyreek Latrell McDade. Mariana Alexis O'Meara. Charvel Iman Pinson. Robert Terrell Scott Jr. Jada Katharina Smith Dart. Jackson Brian Kennedy Stiggers. Cameron Tyler Thomas. Eshawn Devon Travis. Kyle Christopher Williams. Isaiah Demir Wynn Trundle. That excludes our... Let's give a round of applause for our graduates.
Okay. Letting y'all get it out. I gotta read. At this time, we ask that all graduating seniors please stand. Since opening its doors, MC2STEM High School has been a place where curiosity, creativity, innovation, and collaboration have come together to prepare scholars for the future. Through discovery, exploration, and hands-on learning, generations of maniacs have challenged themselves to think differently, solve problems, and imagine beyond limits. Tonight, We honor both the legacy and new beginnings. We celebrate the class of 2026 for becoming part of the school community that believed innovation could change the world. The tassel is worn on the right side of the mortarboard as a symbol of growth, perseverance, and achievement. Graduates, today you officially join generations of MC2STEM alumni. Not yet, hold on. You're so excited, right? Today you officially join generations of MC2STEM alumni who have used their creativity, knowledge, leadership, and innovation to make an impact in their schools, careers, community, and beyond. We encourage you to remain connected to one another, to the MC2STEM community, and to the growing CMSD alumni network as you continue to build brighter futures and launching forward to new opportunities. You may now move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard as a symbol of spirit, curiosity, discovery, and innovation. Will continue far beyond this moment. And may the legacy of MC2STEM continue to create, discover, and inspire maniacs forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, we share in the celebration of your children's achievement. At this time, please clear the aisles to allow the graduates, recessional. I need you to clear the aisle so the graduates can do the recessional. Graduates remain standing and follow the principal and the podium guests. Thank you, congratulations, and have a good night.